Okay, what's happening, party people? Hold on one second. My computer's falling apart here. Hang on one sec. Hold on. Okay, now we're back in business. Okay, how's everybody doing? Dude, I got to tell you, this comment line of ours, and it is a Roby Tuesday. I noticed Tony's not robed up. I'll address that in a moment. Everybody stand by. But first of all, you guys on the comment line, you guys entertained the heck out of Tony and I when we're having our pre-show meeting. But Tony, I actually have a very serious announcement today because I saw something Noemi posted, who we adore, the great lady Catalina of the hot sauce fame. She just posted a message a couple of minutes ago, and my heart went out to this dude like in a profound way. She just said that the only one of our favorite guys out there, Ray Goodman, is suffering from a bout of food poisoning. And yeah, so let me tell you something. Ray, I don't know if Ray is awake, alive, because I've had food poisoning. Tony, it's the closest. It's like a near-death experience. Like, at least when I had it, dude, I really thought, I'm like, I might die. I might die tonight. Like, that's how bad this is. So anyway, Ray, my heart goes out to you. Noemi, I saw that you say you're going to take care of Mr. Goodman, so please do that. And I hope you feel better, Ray. I'm sorry. He's awake. Noemi goes, he's awake. Well, give him my best because I know what it's like. Noemi, I've been there, and it's horrific. It's horrific. Tony, have you ever had a serious dose of food?
Yes, dude. Yeah. Yes. And by the way, this is a little foreshadowing, a little tease, a little particles in the air for Tony's top 3 today. So,
look at Tony trying to reclaim that S.
I'm absolutely reclaiming the throne today. Later on in the show, we did Paulie's top 3 yesterday. We're going to go flip the script back to Tony's top 3 later today. We're going to get into a little bit of bookmarks. We're gonna just heap all kinds of praise on Luisa Rise, or at least I am, and also, dude, this kid, Trevor McDonald, we can talk about too. Paulie, Yamo be there. It's how we ended the show. Trevor McDonald,
old McDonald had a start. EIEIO, dude, just
be there. So, dude, like that was.
McDonald's not bad for a guy who says he can't sing. Mike McDonald's pretty good.
What does it say, by the way? Up and Owie. What is it? Up and Owie.
Oh, I don't know. That's on you. I don't know what he's saying. I'm sorry.
Yamo be there. What's the name? Is it what is the name of that song? Is it called?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
And that's James Ingram, by the way. It's not even, but is it Michael McDonald in that song?
I don't know. You're on your own. Okay.
You don't know that song, Yamo be there?
I'm not sure. Yamo be there?
Yeah, Yamo be there.
I don't know. Not the way you're singing it. I don't really know it. By the way, the Nutter dropping some praise on Paulie and Tony, saying our 420 show yesterday was epic. Wow. Nice. I'm glad you felt it was epic. We had a good time. And by the way, Red Jet Shell, who I also adore, she's saying she's in the process, Tony, of burning sage for Ray Goodman. You got to burn some sage. I like that. Red Jet Shell. Do you have sage on hand? Like, do you have sage in the house?
I've got sage on hand. I
actually have sage in the house too. Yeah. I swear to God.
I've done the whole not torch, but like walking around with like a lit, stalk of sage and just warding the house of evil spirits, Paulie, evil energy. That's all.
What's it going to do for Ray's food poisoning? I'm just asking about like the hippie connection between the sage and food poisoning. How's that work?
Anything to just send good energy to bad energy, and so maybe the bad energy inside Ray's gut needs a little sage action. I don't know.
Do you remember, Tony? I don't know if you get this at Fish shows, but back in the Grateful Dead days, like when the Grateful Dead were playing, like you'd be walking through the parking lot. Do you ever see these guys, dude? They're just walking around, like not saying anything, not selling anything. They're minding their own business. But you get the occasional hippie in the parking lot just walking around with a piece of hemp that's burning. You ever see those guys just walk around with hemp burning, just smoke coming up?
I think it's also sage. I think I've seen guys walking around burning sage in the parking lot or inside the venue.
I gotta say, I advise everybody, even if you're not a hippie enthusiast, you don't like the Dead, you don't like Fish, find your way to one of those shows anyway, just to get the experience, dude. You need the hemp, you need to say, hey, there's Ray. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry, bro. Take it slow. You know what Rags taught me a long time ago, Ray, and I still practice this to this day? When your stomach is super messed up and you're on the road to recovery, Rags, I don't know if you remember telling me this, but I still practice this. You got to hit the hard pretzels and ginger ale.
Ginger ale for sure. I don't know about the hard pretzels, but ginger ale.
It's a great absorbent. It absorbs. Wow. Yeah, okay. Try them and come. There's Rags right there. Yeah, the ginger ale and pretzels, Rags. I still do that.
Ginger ale for sure, dude. I always do pastina soup. Pastina soup whenever I'm illin'. But
Tony, speaking of villain, why don't you address the crowd? You're being disrespectful. You stole back TT3. You refused to roll up. And Noemi is saying, I see the robe right there behind Tony. So go ahead and address the masses, Tony. Why do you refuse to wear? It's like that Seinfeld. Who doesn't want to wear the ribbon? Who doesn't want to wear the robe, Tony? Who doesn't want to wear the robe?
I liked how Noemi said, I see the robe right there behind the tree, which is awesome. That's awesome.
Shout out The Trees by Rush. Go ahead, Tony.
Also, that's fungo, by the way. Everybody say hello to fungo. I've had this plant since college. But so Noemi, I've worn that before, but I was telling Paulie before the show, that thing is so thick. It's like a winter coat where I start burning up in here and I start sweating bullets. And I'm like, Paulie, I just can't. I don't think I can do it, man. And I'd have to go shirtless underneath that thing. And I don't want to stink up Neil's, soil Neil's nice garment right here.
I don't want you to soil his garment either. I don't want that. Yeah.
Out of respect for the beautiful Grateful Dead poncho, which was a gift from his sister Lauren, I will robe up tomorrow night for the night flight, and I will make do. I will go to detention. I will go to Jug, Justice Under God, whatever you want to call it, and I will wear the robe tomorrow night, Paulie.
Hey, Tony, just a side note real quick, just comedy, just 5 seconds of comedy here. I'm like this desk that I work on where I have this little studio set up. It's kind of a mess, as you would imagine, and it's a good thing you guys can't see what's in front of me because it's like a disaster area. But I have like a bunch of notes from previous shows on the desk. I just picked up a note. This is what it says. Dirty Diana, don't stop till you get enough. Nice. This must have been from the Friday music. Dude, we have a big announcement to make, actually. Speaking of the music assignment, before we dive in, and Tony, yes, we're going to talk NBA playoffs. Yes, we're going to talk about that giant win last night. Trevor McDonald kind of putting the wheels back on. It was a nice win. They needed that. But real quick, couple of openings here I want to let people know about if you want to step in and join us. So for starters, we're wide open this Friday. If you have anybody in the audience that would like to be a guest sponsor of the music assignment, come on down. Like they used to say on, what was that, Family Feud? Come on down. Or Price is Right, whatever. pauliespod@gmail.com. Just email us, tell us your theme, the assignment you'd like to execute, and we'll do that. Meanwhile, we have other interesting developments in the sponsor realm. So Tony and I got this email from it's a listener / viewer of ours who asked to remain anonymous. So we're going to honor that. We're not going to reveal this guy's identity, but he goes, I don't want my name getting out there. But he's sponsoring Tony and myself to do our own segment of Show Us Your Stubs. So to honor that sponsor commitment, because this was very generous of this guy, Tony, I was thinking tomorrow night, and he asked us to pick 3 or 4 shows each. Okay. So you come with 3 or 4. I'll dig out a few stubs of my own. We'll come with 3 or 4, and we can do that tomorrow night. But again, that's just another kind of reminder. There are other sponsorship segments available. If you guys want to do Show Us Your Stubs, you're welcome to do that. If you want, I'm waiting for somebody to come in and sponsor a Tony's Top 3, where you guys write the top 3.
That's like Aaron Kask did that. Aaron Kask did the top 3, and it was fantastic. Yeah. It was AC's top 3. It was fantastic. So you can sponsor the Tony's Top 3. You can sponsor bookmarks if you want to. You can sponsor Show Us Your Stubs. You can sponsor the musical assignment. All that is up for grabs. Or if you want to create your own segment, like Cut the Crap or something like that.
You know what? Speaking of, there was a kind of one of our early segments on the show in the show's history last year. It's kind of evaporated. We kind of let this one fly away, but it's coming back because one of the supers today, this morning, and I saw him flying by, is Nicky DiFrancesco, and he said he's got something regarding Paulie's Punks.
Yeah, we'll stand by. Paulie, stand by.
Oh yeah, it's business time.
Come on now. Actually, you know what? F everybody.
It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
All right. Nicky DiFrancesco is a super, and he's a member for 11 months. What's up, Nicky D? And he says, Paulie's Punks. He's bringing back Paulie's Punks. He says, Luis Arise is a Paulie's Punk. And he says, who can't play second base? And by the way, did you happen to see Luis Arise yelling into the Padres dugout? You had me playing first base last year. Did you see him yell that into the dugout?
Yeah.
And the guy is playing a phenomenal defensive second base. I mean, and he is so fun to watch hit. I've said it already a ton. I'm sorry if I'm boring you now, but I'm going to continue to gush over this kid as an offensive
strong word, Tony. Gush is a strong word.
I will gush and gush and gush about this guy. He like, I haven't loved an approach like this at the plate for the Giants. I mean, I remember when Willie McGee came to the Giants, I was really thrilled about it. Brett Butler, those types of approaches at the plate, but also like then like non-Giants like Tony Gwynn, of course, Wade Boggs, those guys that were more about contact than anything else. And they knew just get on base, get over, get in, right? So, yes, Luis Ariz, man, all damn day. And the fact that he's playing a great defensive second base, dude, he made a couple of plays yesterday that were just phenomenal, man. So, yes, great super, Nicky D.
Okay, thank you, Tony, and thank you for the reprisal of Paulie's Punks, Nicky DiFrancesco. We should bring that one back a little more regularly, and I thank you for that. Okay, Tony, thank you, man. I love that font. I love that Misfits font. That thing is badass. Tony, before we dive in, and what else are we doing today? You want to do bookmarks? You have top 3? Tell us what we're doing, just so I know where we're going and stuff.
Well, I want to talk more Giants from last night. Tony's top 3 bookmarks. And I
want to talk some NBA, too. I got a bunch of NBA stuff I want to get into.
Part of Tony's top 3 does involve the NBA. It does involve the NBA. And dude, we can go into NBA right now, because how about your guy and my guy, the Ant-Man, dude? Listen, I mean,
that was a gutsy performance. So if you didn't see it last night, the Spurs take 2. Minnesota upset the Spurs in San Antonio. And I already have a question/complaint right out of the gate. Tony, tell me what the San Antonio Spurs color scheme is. Go ahead. What are the team colors?
It used to be black, white, and silver.
Stop right there. That's their color scheme. Black, silver, and white.
Yeah.
Did you see the way they decorated the crowd last night? They had each section wearing like turquoise blue. There was a pink section.
Yeah, turquoise blue and pink have become part of their color scheme over, I don't know, the last 10 years.
You know what? Add this to your color scheme.
But Paulie, pink is so hot of a color. Like, the kids love it. Everybody loves the color pink. I got kids wearing arm sleeves that are pink. I got kids wearing pink batting gloves. I got kids that want to wear pink stirrups or pink socks, pink belts. Like, so pink is very in vogue, Paulie. It's very
shout
popular.
out to a couple of great Pink references I'll make real quick. Shout out Aerosmith Pink with the very naughty lyric where he goes, "Pink, it's a new cunnilingo."
Nice. It was love at first bite, right?
All of that stuff. But Tony, I want you to do a quick search while I'm describing this. See if you can pull down an image real quick, because I'll tell you who the original Pink gangster was. The guy who just said, I'm driving the lane with Pink, whether you guys like it or not. I hate to even say this, but the late Bob Weir, the great Bob Weir in the 80s, Tony, regularly played a Pink Stratocaster. If you can find a picture, just say Bob Weir Pink guitar. You'll definitely find something.
I've got it, Paulie. I've got it, buddy.
Okay, show everybody the Pink Strat. Because he went through a lot.
That's a very good segue, by the way, Paulie, too.
Yeah, there it is. I got my Pink Strat on, y'all.
Look at the shirt with the
I got a college shirt and a Pink Strat, y'all. Yeah.
So good. And by the way, for Casey Schmitt, Paulie Mac.
Bombs away.
Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good. I'll tell you what, the more Casey Schmitt right now, the better. Hey, Chapman, take another day off.
Wow. So again,
take another day off. I'm not kidding.
You're teasing the top 3, Paulie. This is
I didn't know. I don't know what's going on.
No, I know a lot of particles flying around about Tony's top 3 today because of Ray Goodman's food poisoning. Food poisoning might be a topic in the top 3. And also what you just talked about as well, Paulie. So,
you said I want to take us both back because I don't want us to get derailed. You said you want to talk NBA, and then I brought up the color scheme. So I want to stay on the NBA for a second because
we can meander all over the place. But color scheme, pink, sure, whatever, dude.
No, because you mentioned Anthony Edwards, and that's worth acknowledging what he did last night. So if you saw it, did you see his injury in the first round, Tony? It was brutal.
Yes,
a hyperextended knee, like it bent the wrong way. It looked. It was hideous. This guy's already back on the floor. Now, granted, I don't think he was, first of all, he was coming off the bench, right? And second of all, I don't think he was at full strength, but he chipped in for 18 points. That was a big 18. And what was interesting about this game is Wemby, the anointed second coming, Wemby he only mustered up 11 points. He did have 15 rebounds and he did have 12 blocks. Tony, 12 blocks in this game. But that was a huge win for Minnesota. And there are some pundits out there who actually think that the T-Wolves can win this series. I would love that. I would love to see the Minnesota Timberwolves win this series. I'm not so sure that can happen, though, because I don't think you're going to see that same Spurs effort in game 2. They're going to come out.
But getting game 1 on the road
it's huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And I promise you the Spurs are stunned. I promise you.
Well, I think they're stunned and they're going to be pissed. They're going to be pissed off. Yeah. They got embarrassed on their own floor, you know.
Yeah, but dude, now the Timberwolves are thinking curb stomping. They're thinking foot on the gas. They're thinking, okay, do not let up. Do not let up. And God, Gobert, dude, like the defensive skills of Rudy Gobert, and you got Ant-Man on the offensive part of the game. Like, I don't know. Minnesota, I could see this going 6 or 7. And then maybe the Spurs winning in game 7 at home. But man, them getting the T-Wolves getting game 1 is massive, dude. And I love this. I do love the swagger of Anthony Edwards. I do love the swagger of Ant-Man. I really do. Enjoy it.
That's not what you said 2 weeks ago. You said you didn't like it when he took that lap around.
No, I don't like that, dude. That's different. That's not swagger. That's just being a complete and total jackass. I don't like that. But I do like the swagger and like the post-game press conference. And I don't know.
Did you see, Tony, I think this is what you're talking about. Like last night, he was hitting shots and then he would look right at the Spurs bench and just start talking mess. Like he would hit shots and immediately let the bench know about it. Yeah.
Again, this is why I love Steph Curry again, because Curry won't do a bunch of jawing, but he'll do his little gestures or whatever. But he rises above it. He just is the maturity of a Steph Curry, man. It's just through the roof. We're so lucky to be living in the Steph Curry era. But congratulations to the T-Wolves.
Now, Tony, you mentioned the phrase in there. You mentioned the phrase curb stomping. Okay. Curb stomping. And by the way, greatest curb stomps of all time. We'll just go through them real quick. The Sopranos, when Tony Soprano puts that guy's teeth on the freaking step inside the cafe in Little Italy. I forget the guy's name. What was his name? The guy who was final season. You guys know what I'm talking about. He disrespected Tony's daughter, and Tony comes walking in and he curb stomps his ass. He knocks the teeth right out of his head. I forget the guy's name.
Me too.
Big dude. I forget.
Now I'm trying to remember it. Oh gosh darn it.
Can you bring it up, T? Just go Tony Soprano curb
stomp. Coco. Yeah.
Because Meadow, they're sitting at home and Meadow goes to Tony, her dad. She goes, do you know a guy named Coco? And Tony's like, yeah, why? And he goes, he said some weird stuff to me. He said some weird stuff. He goes, yeah, like what? What kind of weird stuff? And then he just goes right into New York and he just beats this guy within an inch of his life. Anyway, the curb stomping in the NBA is being dished out by the New York Knicks, dude. This team, holy S, I did not expect this. They won last night by 39 points, 137-98. Brunson had 35. Tony, this is the second straight playoff game for the Knicks where not a single starter played in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
That's how big these leads were. Now, again, they beat the Hawks by 51, dude, in that series-ending game. Yeah. So the Knicks are on a roll. I mean, the Knicks are feeling it right now, and I love Brunson. I'm really happy about Karl Anthony Towns, that he's finally in a system that seems to benefit him, and he's playing with a lot of emotion and a lot of vigor. So the Knicks are an exciting team to watch right now, too. But again, like I said about the Spurs, Tony, I don't think you're going to see that same Philly team come out in game 2. I think Philly's going to have to recharge them. I just think they were exhausted from the Boston thing.
Yeah, they're definitely exhausted. That's definitely a byproduct of going 7 games with Boston for sure. I do think that was a statement game for the Knicks, saying like, we're going to make a statement here in the first game and not let up. And I applaud it, man. And Brunson, man, what a freaking stud.
Every time I watch Brunson, I always think that's a guy Tony must love for real, because he's like undersized. He's tough as hell, and he'll challenge anybody. He's got that killer mentality. He is a short guy, but he'll go right down the lane. He'll go against anybody. I like his fight. Yeah.
So are you going to transition to F the Lakers at some point in the show today too? Or
why don't we do that right now? Let's get into an F Lakers mode right now, because their game 1 is happening tonight. You got Lakers OKC, which by the way was part of Paulie's top 3 yesterday. Paulie's top 3, nice. Which I think has rubbed Tony the wrong way. He's taking it right back from me. He's like,
find your way back. Definitely taking it back.
Great track, by the way. Find your way back. I endorse it.
Yes, 100%. By the way, it's so funny, dude. This has nothing to do with anything, but your Godfather shirt.
Yeah.
When you move, it's a great shirt, by the way. But
I got this in Venice, Italy. I got this in Venice. Yeah. With the rose. Oh, you see the rose? Yeah, right there.
It's fantastic, but it's also giving me Michael Myers vibes as well, because it's the same type of like Michael Myers, like the way his face looks and the white mask. And it's like, okay, I got to remind myself that it's
Vito. That's Brando. Yeah. That's Vito Corleone right there.
That's Vito Corleone and not Michael Myers looking to take me out. So, but Paulie, back to the NBA.
Yes.
Here, OKC, I think they beat the Lakers 3 out of 4 times this year.
Okay.
So they own them this year. And I think that if there's ever a statement to be made in the playoffs before the finals or before the league championship series, is that taking out LeBron and doing it in a sweep or in 5 games. I think OKC they are on a mission to say, bye-bye, LeBron. This is the new era. We're taking over. Step aside, Butch, and we're moving on. So
that is kind of what the dynamic is here. You're right. That's why I said yesterday, it's like old guard against new guard, and SGA is kind of becoming the face of the new NBA. Him and Ant Edwards, these are like the next generation. These are the guys that are going to kind of carry the league when Steph and LeBron and all those guys bow out. It's going to be their league. But, I don't know what to make of this, honestly, because when the Lakers – there were times in that Houston series where the Lakers looked really good. LeBron looked really good at times, but they are missing Luka, which was I believe their leading scorer of the regular season, right? Noemi? He did lead the Lakers in scoring. So that's a big loss. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't count them out entirely. I think they're going to land a few punches, the Lakers. I do think the OKC wins the series, but I think the Lakers can get a game or 2. Okay, I don't think that's too far.
I think it's that time of year where we just celebrate the peekaboo, isn't it? Right? It's that time of year, isn't it, Paul?
Let me see the actual footage. Let me see him actually peeking. Yeah.
Here we go. Actually, here we go. Oh, this is amazing. There we go. Ready? Oh.
Is anybody looking? I mean, what kind of freaking... You know what I like telling you? Sometimes you'll see you're flipping around on Twitter, and there's always, I guarantee you right now, there's at least a dozen of these going on. There's debates about Jordan and LeBron. Just to clear the air, in my mind, there's really, it's not even close. I mean, LeBron James is a great player. Michael Jordan was the most dominant player I've ever seen, hands down. And for the record, I wasn't even a big Michael Jordan fan, but I have to give it up. The guy was relentless. You couldn't beat him. He's 6-0 in the finals. LeBron James has lost in the finals 6 times. So, and plus, Jordan never did this nonsense. Jordan never threw himself on the floor and looked for calls and stuff. Go ahead, T. I'm sorry.
No, I just can't get enough. That's why I had to show it, dude. It's just the peekaboo.
But I got to say, like this little peeking film you're showing me right now, a lot of times on Twitter, you'll see people like raging, like LeBron's the best. No, Jordan's the best. And then like a Jordan fan will show this clip and say like, this is y'all's GOAT. Like this is the guy you think is the best player of all time. Well, that always makes me laugh. This is y'all's GOAT. I like that. Yeah,
no, there's no conversation in my mind. There's no conversation. It's no discussion. There's no discussion. And this kind of crap just
Magic. Listen to me. Magic Johnson has more rings than LeBron James. Just FYI. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay.
FYI. So yeah, I just thought it was this time of year to just put a little extra hex on LeBron and go OKC. I'm on the OKC bandwagon. But again, you brought up SGA, Paulie. Yet another hint or a tease of Tony's top 3. It's like it's amazing what's happening in this show.
Tell you what, maybe the spirits in the material world are trying to drive us to TT3. So how about we do this? Why don't we give some love to Carlos De La Fuente? We'll come back on the other side of that, and maybe we just dive right into Tony's top 3. What do you think?
Dive in, sure, Paulie. And I already played Bombs Away, which is nice. I'm glad we got to play that. And by the way, Casey, really, really quickly, dude, that ball was freaking blasted by Casey.
I want more Casey Schmitt. I want him on the field every night, Tony. I want him on the field every night.
Whatever you want to say. Holy Schmitt. Schmitt happens. Get the Schmitt out of here.
Schmitt, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be Schmitting me.
Nice. What kind of Schmitt is this? Yeah, don't give me any of your Schmitt.
Let's get Schmitt housed.
Yeah, Tony, Schmitt happens. You know what I mean?
Tired of your Schmitt.
Yeah. And every time I talk to Tony, it's the same old Schmitt. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Man.
Dog Schmitt, you know what I mean? Yeah. Curb your dog. Clean up after your dog so I don't have to step in dog Schmitt. Creative Tony, I hate to do this. You're very blurry.
No.
You might want to abandon Chip. Yeah, you might want to abandon Chip.
This is my outgoing message while I de-blur.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
I will start the Carlos spot. I'll see you when you get back. Have a good trip, man. Have a good trip.
Peace, y'all.
Okay, peace, y'all. Be safe out there. All right, Tony. Thank you. All right, guys. Carlos De La Fuente, you love him. I love him. Hell, we all love Carlos De La Fuente. Los D on the streets, as you well know. And he is operating the entire Flex Funding Corporation. And I'll tell you what, he has been such a valuable asset and friend, I think, to all of us here. Yes, Red Jet Shell, Carlos, a.k.a. on the streets, 100%. You see Carlos on the streets, you stop him and you ask him finance questions because he's got the answers. First of all, some info on the man himself. Because we do like to get to know our sponsors. We love that Carlos likes to hang out with us and have a good time. He brings his crew. You know what I mean? He brings his San Francisco crew. Shout out Herman, part of the Carlos posse. My guy, Herman. I'm a big Herman fan. Anyway, Carlos De La Fuente, Flex Funding. Here's what's happening. If you are in a bind in the year 2026, financially speaking, I get it. Carlos is a one-stop shop. He's got all kinds of loan programs that can help get you out of this jam that you're stuck in right now, if you are stuck. And I think a lot of people are. So don't feel bad about it. Just kind of where we're at right now. Prices of everything are off the charts. So if you've got kids, if you've got bills like we all do, how do you navigate through these times? You talk to somebody like Carlos De La Fuente, which a lot of people in the PNP Familia have already done, and they've had great results and great experiences. Now, Carlos is a mortgage broker, but he can handle a variety of finance issues. So when you sit down and talk to Carlos, he's going to tell you about a variety of different loan programs, and then he'll find the one that suits you and your situation the best. Carlos has over 25 years of experience out there. So when you're working with Carlos, it's good to know that you're working with a guy who's super honest. He's a stand-up guy. He's like an old school guy. You know what I mean? He's a San Francisco native, old school San Francisco, and I love people like that. And when you work with Carlos, just know this too, straight shooter, will never strong arm you into, some kind of deal that you don't want to make or you're unsure about it. That's just not going to happen. He doesn't do business like that. He also does not whack you with like hidden fees when you get the bill. You're like, wait, what the hell is this? I never agreed to this. That's not going to happen with Carlos. You're not going to get appraisal fees. You're not going to get escrow or title fees. He's also very considerate of the amount of time that it takes to make a deal and close a deal. And he can usually do it in 7 or 8 days. So Carlos is on your side. And listen, again, the advantage of working with somebody like Carlos is that he's a broker. He's not a lender. He's a broker. So think about him as, like I said, as a one-stop shop. And he's ready to help all of y'all today. So give him a shout at your convenience, 925-250-4894. That's Carlos De La Fuente, our main man, Los D on the streets. Carlos at myflexnow.com if you just want to shoot him an email and work it out that way. But you can trust Carlos. You will benefit by doing business with Carlos. And we thank Carlos for his business. I mean, he's worked with everybody from Jeff Faust and the Freestone Peaches. He's done business with Corinne up in Fairfax. Tony, he did a reverse mortgage with Renell Brooks Moon's mom. So he's had some high profile clientele, and he can definitely help you get into a better situation. So Carlos, thank you, my brother. We love you, and we value the friendship and the partnership. So Carlos De La Fuente, everybody, reach out and improve your financial reality today. Welcome back, Tony. You look good, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. I feel good, look good, feel good, play good, Paulie. But I also want to say, I just want to give some love to Carlos as well, but not from me, but I want to give Testimonial Tuesday some love because I want to give a few testimonials on Carlos's behalf. This is from Martha. And this is earlier this year in January. She says, as a real estate agent, I had a great experience working with Carlos De La Fuente. He did an excellent job handling the loan, stayed on top of timelines, communicated clearly, and helped ensure a smooth and successful closing. I truly appreciate his professionalism and would gladly work with him again. This is from Peter. I recently had the opportunity to work with Carlos over the past several months to explore new financing options. He worked collaboratively with me to ensure my family's financial goals were achieved rather than rushing to complete a deal that was not optimal. That sentence right there is basically Carlos in a nutshell. He did not rush these people through the transaction. He said he worked collaboratively to ensure his family's financial goals were achieved rather than rushing to complete a deal. Carlos and his right-hand assistant, Terry, are very diligent to make an inherently stressful process very streamlined and straightforward. I would not hesitate to recommend Carlos and his team to anyone interested in securing a loan, etc. So there you go, man. Testimonial Tuesday. The proof's in the pudding, man. It's not just our partnership with Los and our friendship, but it's the people that he actually works with that rave about their experience with Carlos and their newfound friendship and relationship with Carlos ever since working with him. So it's Carlos De La Fuente, one of our favorite people on the planet. You can give him a call, 925-250-4894, or email him, carlos@myflexnow.com.
Thank you, Tony, and thank you, Los D. You are the man. All right, Tony. Hey, listen, we promised it, so let's deliver. We said on, and we will talk. We'll go more into the Giants after this, but let's do the triumphant return of Tony's top three. But before you cue that open, Tony, I would like to remind you that I want you to throw. Tony told me, I don't know what this is, but Tony told me before the show. I just don't want you to lose this thread. He was like, Paulie, I have two very important bookmarks I need to bounce off you today.
Oh, yeah.
So don't forget about that. I want to do that before we go today. But let's get back to Tony's top three, back to its rightful place in the universe. Creative Tony owns it. He runs it. It's his baby. So, Tony, I'm just a participant today. It's all yours. Take back your throne and do your thing, buddy.
Paulie, I loved PT3, but now it's back to TT3, and we will get to bookmarks because there are not only two, there's four bookmarks I really want to show you, and I think you've seen a couple of them, but we can talk about them. We can react to them together.
And when you say TT3, it always reminds me there's something way back in my brain that I got to shout out the New Jersey metal band in the 80s, TT Quick. Okay. Nice. TT Quick. Look them up. John Joseph probably has all their stuff. TT Quick. John Joseph's probably like, yeah, I got TT Quick bootlegs. What do you need? You know what I mean? What do you want? Something from 86 or 87? I got you. Anyway, Tony, sorry. Shout out TT Quick and TT3. It's all you, buddy. Do your thing.
Stand by.
Tony's top three. Tony's top three.
And
Tony's top three.
Ooh, feeding ducks 2 days in a row. Man, I'm getting spoiled, you know?
Yeah, it's nice to feed the ducks. And for those of you just joining the show, we say feed the ducks because that is the name of this generic music bed provided to us by our streaming provider, StreamYard. It's literally called Feeding the Ducks. So now we're feeding the ducks.
Let's feed, brother. Yeah, man.
So Tony's top three, the format is three questions I present to Paulie. The first two are definitely sports. The third is a wild card. Could be sports, could not be sports. So, Paulie.
By the way, Arkansas Dave just puts pictures of three ducks up right there. I love it, Arkansas Dave. That's it. That's where we're at, man. It's duck time, brother. Duck season. Totally rocking new era. It is duck season. Tony, my bad. You take it away. Sorry.
Well, no problem, Paulie. I'm going to say the first question revolves this guy.
Tony.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
It involves Tony Vitella.
Hey.
One more
And he's
time.
going like this, Tony, with the hands. Hey, Tony. Hey,
exactly.
Hey, yeah.
Exactly.
Hanging the hands. Hey, yeah.
So it involves who? It involves
Tony.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
It involves Tony Vitello. And the reason I want to talk to you about Tony Vitello, Paulie, is twofold. Okay. Within question number one, there's like an A and a B. First of all, I've been reading some comments and quotes of him saying, talking about the media and talking about the recent comments made about the team. And I made comments about, maybe the narratives were being written for these players literally on paper or mentally, whatever. Like it was kind of like a sideways jab at the media. Are you concerned that Vitello seems to be reading press clippings and media stories and news stories and maybe listening to, shows around the Bay Area? Are you concerned at all that he's taking time to do that? Because he keeps referencing this. He did it last night when he talked about Luis Ariz. He said,
What did he say? I didn't see that. What did he say?
He was giving a compliment to Luis Ariz, and he says, and he just gave a great post-game locker room speech, and he goes, "Oh, I probably shouldn't have told you guys that because you're probably now you're going to go ask him about it." And it's like it's this weird relationship that he seems to have with the media.
And it started in spring training.
Right.
If you remember that, it started back then
Right.
when he was talking about like whether or not he was qualified in his college background. But finish your thought. And I agree. I think you're onto something, T. I do think there is like there's an element of like awkwardness, I think, with Vitello and listen, I just think you got to expect that because he's not media savvy. He's never dealt with a big time, this is the fourth biggest market in the country, San Francisco. This is a bustling, metropolis, man. And it ain't Tennessee. This ain't the backwoods, man. This is the big time. And he's got to learn how to navigate the media. And you're right. He's still kind of learning those ropes. Yeah.
Well, I should have done this from the get-go. Here's the quotes. The quote is, quote, "These guys have let other people write narratives for them, either literally on paper or mentally, a little too much."
When he says these guys, is he referring to his players or is he referring to the writers?
These guys have let other people. So the players have let other people, the media, write narratives for them, either literally on paper or mentally, a little too much. And then the quote goes on to say, "There was a lot said in the last couple of days. Everybody should have a little bit of an edge tonight." So I'm just curious, does this concern you at all? Is question number 1 or 1A. Does that concern you at all that Vitello is spending time reading all this stuff and then actually voicing his displeasure or his reactions publicly?
It's a great question. It really is. I'm glad this is a good juicy kind of way to get this thing started, your top 3 today, because I'll tell you again, when you ask something like this, I got to think about my own experiences in and around the San Francisco Giants. So I can tell you this, that many, many times when Murph and I would go into the clubhouse, and we used to try to do that, just FYI for people's, information. Back in the day, Murph and I tried to go to every weekday home game because it just worked for our schedule. We'd finish the morning show. We would drive right over to the yard and we would pop into the clubhouse, talk to the players, talk to Bochy. And a lot of times back in those years, it was not uncommon. Like you'd walk in, you'd see Matt Cain reading the sports page. You'd see any number of guys, Sergio Romo. In fact, I know for a fact Sergio Romo used to listen to the media, and it does affect these guys. It definitely does affect them. Some of them are a little more sensitive than others. I think there are some guys that don't give a damn, like what anybody says at any time, and you're probably better off that way as a pro athlete. But there are Giants that I have known over the years that they are affected by criticisms, and they are affected by what's said on sports talk radio, shows like this, or in the papers. So Vitello reading the papers, paying attention to what happened. And by the way, speaking of my former partner, I heard he went off on Vitello last week. I didn't hear it personally, but I read about it. And I think it sounded like Murph went nuclear on Friday on Vitello. And I get it, dude. You lose 6 games in a row, people are going to be pissed and people are going to be critical. So he's got to learn to roll with it, Vitello. He's going to have to learn how to navigate this because we're not even, we're 2 months into this season. There's a lot ahead of this guy still. So I think you have to consider where he came from, what his experience is and what his experience is not. So this is the first time, like I said, he's ever had to interact with a big city media on a day-to-day basis. I think I will say this. I think that the media and the sports writers in San Francisco are far kinder and far more gentle than say New York, Boston. Those guys are out for blood. I mean,
Paulie, the media is doing their job.
They're doing their job, dude. Right, Tony. They got to cover the game. They got to write about this, and they have to write about what they see. So, again, back to your question, though. I think it's good and bad. I think it's good that he pays attention, but I think it's bad if it overwhelms him and starts to affect decision-making or how he talks to the media, how he talks to his own players. But it's not unusual that these guys do listen. I think more of these guys listen and read stuff than maybe we like to think. I know, look at the Golden State Warriors, dude. Right. Draymond Green has an ear on everything going on. He listens to the shows. He reads the papers because these guys, they want to know how they're being perceived. And so it's not unusual. I just think Vitello has a long way to go, just in terms of getting media savvy. That's all.
Yeah, I agree, man. And maybe Buster or Dusty or Bochy, somebody can just keep him off social media or shut down his accounts and then force him to maybe he can call KD and see how he can set up like burner accounts and burner phones and stuff. But
can I tell you the truth, Tony, real quick, little aside here, that you and me technically are members of the media.
Yeah.
But I never considered myself to be, I don't even know if this is going to make any sense, but I never, and I don't think you did either. Like Tony and I never really, we had the media passes. We can go, do all that stuff, but I never felt like that was why I was here. I was here to like kind of entertain and rip and have a good time and make people laugh and stuff like that. But there are people that earn their living by being in front of Vitello every day, every night with the hard questions. That's just not Tony and I. We don't operate. It's just not the kind of show we do. Paulie,
I agree with you, first of all. And like, when I think of like getting to know Vitello, I want to know what restaurants he likes. I want to know what he's listening to, Apple Music.
That's a great question. Great question.
I want to know like
Zach Brown. That's my prediction. He's listening to like Zach Brown, like a lot of that new pop country stuff that people dig. You know what I mean? That's just some
Chris Stapleton. But also like, what are you reading? What are you doing in your free time? What kind of workouts do you do? Like, I don't know. We all know that he's a baseball guy. We know. I mean, we can mix in baseball questions, but I want to get to know the person. So anyways, it is concerning. I'm just hoping that it doesn't drive the conversation. That's all. So that's number 1 or 1A. The other part of 1A, now this is 1B, Paulie. Do you think Vitello should ride if like tonight, should he go back out there with the exact same lineup as last night? Or do you think he needs to like caress the ego of Matt Chapman and put Chapman back in there? And does he need to put Bailey back in there? Like, or do you want to just see the same lineup as last night, or ride with these younger guns that have come up?
This is getting we're going into it today. I will say this. First of all, if it was up to me, Paulie Mac, give me the skipper's cap, I'm sitting Chapman's ass down again. Sit down, dude. Just chill for a day or two. And I want to see Casey Schmitt back out there on the field. I really, obviously, for the reasons you saw last night, the guy left the yard. You need that pop. Chapman has been delivering a lot of suspect at bats. Now, here's another legitimate way of looking at this thing. There are so many questions within your question, but like, do you think I have a question for you now. Like, do you think Vitello feels almost like he's in service of a guy like Matt Chapman? Because Matt Chapman is a veteran. He's been around. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
I better
like
not.
Does he owe it to the veterans to play
right,
that? Like,
right. There's so many politics and dynamics going on. So I hope he's not like that. I want him. He's not, dude. Vitello's not here to make friends. He's not here to be buddies with these guys. He's here to win ball games, and you got to have the best players on the field to win ball games. So to answer your question, yes, I don't know if I'd go 1 through 9 exactly the same, but specifically Chapman and Schmitt, yes, I would sit Chapman again and play Schmitt. That's just me. Especially, Kruk used to always tell us, if you hit a home run, you deserve to play the next day.
Yes.
That gives you a start the next day. And I buy that. I do.
And Schmitt plays a good third base too. I think you roll out the same lineup. I'd love to see the same lineup. I really would. And then also, Paulie, to your point, I don't think he owes the vets anything. So I think that Vitello might be savvy enough. And by the way, we were joking around on text message like, oh, it looks like Vitello watched our show today because we saw a bunt last night.
Stolen bases.
Stolen bases. We saw Adames stealing on a left-hander's first movement. Like, I loved what I saw last night. And Luis Ariz dropping it down the left field line twice. Dude, like I don't know what you want to call it, Luis left field line or something, but that was beautiful. It was such a fun game to watch last night. I'm so glad they pulled that out. So yeah, man, roll out the young studs, I think. And Trevor McDonald.
I'm sorry, Tony, to interrupt you, but I got to do this before this thing gets out of my vision. Here's a quote from United in a State of Activism. Ready? Chapman is police. This is Frisco. They let Chapman walk and bleep and it's already out of my view. There, it's gone now. Sorry, I couldn't read. It was a big screed about Chapman. I didn't get to read the whole thing.
Yeah, it says Chapman is police. This is Frisco. They let Chapman walk and bleep in Canada. The guy Chapman ain't Schmitt, is what he said. But he said the real world, real word.
I understand. United, he coming back right here. State of activism goes, scroll up and grab it. I feel you, man.
And by the way, we're going to pause in the action because look at the big, humongous heart of Corinne Sartorio right here. Look at Corinne. She says she just gifted 20 Paulie Max Particles memberships, 20 of them. Corinne, You are just
I love Corinne. Corinne, thank you so much. You're like my soul sister. You are. She's like my big sister. Every time I see Corinne, we have such a great time, and you see the generous spirit right there. My Fairfax sister, man. Thank you, Corinne, very much. Very generous.
That's humbling right there. That's humbling right there. Corinne, you are amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much for your generosity.
And while we're doing this, Tony, a rare moment that I should be doing this every day, but I always forget. I lost a lot of brain cells along the way. Please like the show. Please subscribe to the show. And then please, I've just learned this recently. You got to make comments too. Make a comment. I like Tony looks great today, or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Tell Tony to put his poncho on. Anything you want, just leave a comment. Thank you.
Totally. And also, Paulie, Corinne, she's a super as well, because of course she is. And she says that gift membership is for Pam.
I'm a Pam head. I want more Pam, Corinne. Next time we have a get-together. Oh, and by the way, we should be able to announce that. I'm hoping by the end of next week, we have zeroed in on our night out at Oracle Park this year. I can tell you this is going to be a game in August, and we're looking at Fridays, so we can really have a good time and not have to worry about going to work the next day. So stay tuned for that. And Corinne, hopefully you can bring Pam to that game, because I'd love to hang out. I had a good time meeting Pam that night at MVP. So, okay, Tony, I forget where we are. Are we still in the first of your top three?
Yes, we're still in top three. We just finished the number one in top three. And also, I got to give love to Pine Needle, because Pine Needle bringing some common sense into this. He says that he thinks that Tony Vitello is actually playing the media or playing with them. He says, I honestly think Tony plays the media like fools inside. He's laughing, and he'll just distract them with some story. That could very much be true. And if it is, tip of the cap, man. And because it is kind of a game that you're playing with the media, right? It is kind of a game. So, hey, man, if he's savvy like that, go get it, Vitello. And I ran into Big John from the guy who runs the building here, American Industrial Center, Longbridge Pizza's building. Ran into him, and I said, I want to like Vitello. I want to support Vitello. So I'm not going to start ripping the guy, especially when he doesn't have players performing. So, and he's getting creative with lineups, but the things that he has control over, like we talked about yesterday, like bunting, stealing, hit and runs, who to pitch to, who to not pitch to, pitching decisions, who to throw in, who to put in to close the game. Killian, like Killian, by the way, might be something in the making with Killian, by the way, on the mound. I just want to say that. No Ryan Walker. That's what Vitello has control over, and we can judge him on that. And
One more thing on Vitello, Tony, and I don't know the answer to this. I'm just kind of wondering about this. Is that, again, this is my experience with Bruce Bochy, a guy who's going to the freaking Baseball Hall of Fame. Bochy, and I think a lot of these polished, Joe Torre, guys like that, guys that have been, they know the game, they know how to play the media, they know what it takes, the do's and don'ts. One thing Bochy always did with Murph and I wonder if Vitello has a relationship like this with anybody, or I hope that he will develop one if he doesn't yet. Bochy, a lot of times, would tell Murph and I stuff that was like, I hate to be honest, I don't think the only word I can describe this is like exclusive. Here's an example. He told us, before he told anybody else, we actually got to break this news on KNBR back in the day in 2010. He was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and leave Barry Zito off the roster in the postseason. And that was a big freaking story. And he told us that. Now, that was a thing because we developed like this trust with Boch over the years. And he knew that if he gave us like little nuggets of information like that he just gave to us, he knew that we would take that to the air and share that with the Bay Area. So Bochy learned over the years, like he can use us to get the message out that he wanted to control. Now, I wonder if Vitello has that with anybody right now, be it in radio, be it in print. I don't know if he's got that kind of trust and that kind of relationship where he can like slip something to, I don't know, anybody, and just be like, hey, why don't you, let people know that such and such is not working or is going to work? Because that's part of the game too. You get your confidants and then you let them help you control the message. I don't know if Vitello's there yet. I don't know.
Paulie, do you think that relationship has been built with Murph?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I played the laugh track because supposedly he went off on him on Friday. So I don't know if that relationship is being, doing quite well right now. So
yeah, and like actually, you know what? The Nutter is posting a pretty good point right there. He goes, Bochy and Buster need to hold a class with Vitello about how to handle the media. You're right, because Buster was pretty masterful too. Buster would give the media little tiny statements, but never too much. And Bochy was just masterful. Bochy was like a maestro with the media. Like he knew how to play the game. And I just think that's a thing that develops over time and experience. Like I don't think Vitello is there yet.
Yeah, and hold on, Paulie.
If you need a beer, grab a beer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically it. But we're also going to support this guy, okay? We're going to support
Tony.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to number 2 of Tony's top 3.
That was a juicy number 1, dude. We spent like 20 minutes on that. And by the way, when we finish your top 3, I want to give some love to Dr. Matt Young. But go ahead, Pete.
Yes, we will absolutely do that. Number 2, we talked to the NBA playoffs, I don't know, maybe half hour ago. But OKC against LA tonight against the Lakers, it's kind of a flop fest between LeBron.
It's a flop off, dude. A flop off, yeah.
Totally, like flop sweat everywhere.
Remember in the Beat It video when they got like the 2 gangs and then they like tie those guys' wrists together and they like have a knife fight and stuff? Dude, that's going to be LeBron and SGA tonight tied at the wrist trying to out flop each other like in an empty parking lot. You know what I mean?
Totally, yes. Yeah. And so remember we were saying like instead of a break off, like breaking in Electric Boogaloo, have a flop off. But my serious question, and I was thinking about this last night. Do you think the NBA should institute some sort of challenge system specifically for flops? Because a lot of times the ref doesn't see the flop. He just sees the fall to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just assume there was a foul and they blow the whistle. But I'm wondering if they can use replay on, goaltending and other plays where a coach wants to review the play. They do this with the review. Could there be? Do you believe that they should institute a flop specific challenge system where a coach says that was an absolute flop, and then they get a challenge specifically for a flop? Would you be into that or anti? Your thoughts?
Wow, this is great. And while you were describing that, Tony, Lily Merchant, who we love, she wrote, what is tonight's over-under on total flops?
Right.
I love it, Lily. Now, is that combined flops, SGA and LeBron together? Because we're clearly going to be in double digits. Tony, I don't know. I mean, you're asking if the refs would stop a game and review for flopping? Is that what you're asking?
As a flop specific review, because you can review, you have a certain amount of reviews per challenges per game. But if you had a flop specific challenge where you say he just flopped, we're using our challenge, and if you win the challenge, whatever, you get the ball or whatever.
Well, I would say, the way you can really stop this, because it's the most unappealing element of modern day NBA basketball. I hate flopping. I think most people that are our age grew up watching Jordan, Bird, Magic, all those guys. You don't want to see flopping. It has nothing to do with basketball. But that whole period where James Harden kind of revolutionized flopping, there were kids that we've talked about this. Kids are doing it in CYO now. Kids are doing it like in high school basketball. Kids think flopping is part of basketball now, and it really shouldn't be. So what I would do is if the NBA wanted to really clean that up, they could, like you said, you could blow the whistle, review the play, and if you determine the guy flopped, threw himself on the floor, you issue a unsportsmanlike to the other team.
Okay, Paulie, fine, but I'm saying
let a guy shoot technical free throws. That will clean that S up very quickly.
I'm saying when a whistle is not blown, but somebody flops.
So it's like a challenge. It's like, patting the old head there. Yeah.
Are you into that? Because I would be into that.
Yes, whatever it takes to clean it up. Yes, I'm into it. Yes.
And I know that the refs do see some flops, but also the effect of a good flop is trying to take advantage of when maybe the ref doesn't see it and they're just reacting to you falling to the floor. So I would love to see some sort of flop specific process put in place for the NBA.
I gotta sing the praises of Patty from Napa, the queen of the scene. You know how she is. She's Miss PMP 2025. She's coming. I don't know how many people are going to be with us on this. This is old school. But there was a TV show called Flipper back in the day. It was about a dolphin, and the theme. Did you ever hear of Flipper, Tony? Do you know Flipper?
Yeah. Yeah.
The song used to say they can't believe we're getting into this. It goes, they call him Flipper, Flipper, blah, 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 whatever. And she's going like, let's rewrite that. They call him Flopper, Flopper, Patty. Nice. I picked that right up right away. Very nice,
Patty. That was great stuff. I just think, hey, if they're going to take time in a baseball game to challenge strikes and balls, I think you can take time in an NBA game to challenge flops.
Yeah, I would love to. Let's just do whatever it takes to do away with that part of basketball. Please. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for the kids. It's not good for the people like us just trying to watch the game.
Right.
It's not competition. It's a BS kind of gamesmanship thing that really should be outlawed. I hate it. I really
The technology is there. They have a full court camera that they can zoom in on and pick anybody and find out if there was a flop or not.
Actually, here's a better one. I got a better over-under for you. Tony, will LeBron James have more flops tonight, or will he have more complaints to the referees?
Oh.
Will he flop more times than he complains to the refs?
No, he will not flop more than he complains. No chance. No chance. That's just an open-ended conversation the entire game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gotten so bad that when things don't go his way, it's ridiculous, his reaction.
Keep an eye on LeBron tonight. This is what he does all the time now. If the Lakers are on offense and something happens where LeBron feels like the refs should have made a call that they didn't, when they transition back to defense, LeBron James will go all the way down the court talking to the ref, barely paying attention to the game. On defense, he'll just kind of stand there and like complain to the ref while the rest of his teammates are playing defense. You'll see it. Watch tonight. He does it all the time. It drives me freaking crazy.
Who's going to be the Reed Shepherd of the OKC this series, dude? That's just going to be because remember LeBron was pushing him around last series, and then Reed just picked his pocket a couple times.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Oh, it was fantastic, man. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to this series. And
it should be a lot of fun. Game 1 tonight, 5:30. It's on NBC. So I'll be watching. Should be fun. Yeah.
OKC in 5. OKC in 5.
Wow. I'm going to say OKC in 6, but same idea. Yeah.
Well, it could be OKC in 5, but it could be the OKC in 6 plus because the refs helped him out. Scott
the
Fox.
guy, the kid from God, I'm forgetting his name. The Santa Clara kid on OKC, Tony.
Jalen Williams.
He's going to be a big factor too. His health, I think, is going to be a big factor in the series too. If he's feeling good, they're going to do well.
Paulie, I'll never forget when I went to a USF game with my son, and I was like, USF Santa Clara game, and I saw Jalen Williams playing. I'm like, who is this guy?
You can tell. Yeah, he jumped right off the court. Yeah.
That's amazing. He took over the entire team.
Dude, he's a good dude. Every time I see him interviewed, I'm like, I like this kid. He's a good guy.
And I don't think he flops. I wonder, God, again, get Jalen Williams into the Robert De Niro dungeon lie detector and Meet the Parents and ask Jalen.
Tony, take it easy. The needles are jumping.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Greg. The needles are jumping. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ask Jalen Williams, what do you think about SGA's flopping? What do you think about NBA flopping? I wonder what he would say. So, hold on. We've got a Robot Centaur Super. What's up, Fareed? By the way, I hope everything's good with Nina. With everything, baby Nina. Hope everything's good at home with Nina.
Great name too, Nina. We got great baby names in the PMP Familia. We got baby Nina. We got what was the other baby's name we just got? There was another one too. I'm forgetting.
It was Aaron Kask's granddaughter, I think.
Yeah,
I think it was. I forget.
There was another baby.
Also, we got to congratulate Bonte Hill. We saw Bonte Hill the other day at Original Joe's, and
everybody's having kids. Yeah. Everybody's saying, Tony, you might as well have another one too while you're at it. Go ahead, have another kid.
So maybe people are blanking. Versus
after all,
people might be blanking. People might be blanking more than we think.
Yeah. Turns out Sturgill Simpson's going to get his wish. Yeah.
Make America blank again. The Robot Centaur says, new rule, create a penalty box in the NBA for those that flop. They have to sit out for 3 minutes and play 5v4. Oh my God. That's amazing.
Wow. That'd be like the NHL. That's, you know what, Centaur? I love that. I freaking love that.
That'd be amazing. And like the box of shame, dude. The flop box.
Just sit there like a tool. Just put SGA in there. Let him sit there watching the game. Yeah.
And dude, call it the flop box.
Yeah. Robot Centaur, dude, always with the great thoughts. And I love that. I think 3 minutes is a little long though. Like even in the NHL, a power play's 2 minutes, unless it's fighting, that's 5. But most penalties are 2. So 3, you might have to skim that down a little bit, Centaur. I'll bring it down to 2, but I'll take the 2-minute penalty. I love the idea.
Yes, dude. I that's a great idea. The flop box. Let's make it happen. Come on, Silver. Get your act together. Cut the crap, Silver. Paulie, number 3.
Okay.
In Tony's top 3. Number 3. I don't know if you're with it. I just happened to hear this story on NPR, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this number 3 on Tony's top 3. There's a hantavirus, whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's on this cruise ship. You got people. A couple people have died. Here we go again. I don't need another pandemic, by the way. I don't need it.
Well, no, of course. But
I'll have to do my Joe Perry thing again, dude. I'll come out of my house 2 years later looking like Joe Perry with the hair down to my freaking ass again.
Dude, yeah. I mean, it's
yeah.
So my question is more is a broad question, not about the virus or anything, but it made me think like, so are you first of all, have you ever been on a cruise, and are you a cruise guy or are you anti-cruise? Because
I don't want any part of cruise. I don't want any.
I've learned over the years, Paulie, that the topic of cruise ships is very polarizing. You're either totally into it or you're like totally anti-cruise ships. So I wanted to know, are you a cruiser? Or are you an anti-cruiser?
I'm an anti-cruise from way back. First of all, dude, I don't want to be trapped out at sea. You know what I mean? I like to be able to control my own destiny. Like if I'm at a party, just an example, say I go to a party and it's dull or it's like not happening or there's people there I don't want to see or whatever. I have the ability to kind of duck out. I'll do an Irish goodbye. You'll turn around. I'm gone. Like you won't even, where'd Paulie go? I don't know. I saw him. He was here. And then all of a sudden I'll disappear. When you're on a cruise ship, dude, all bets are off. You're stuck on that S. And say you don't like your neighbors in the cabin next door. There's just so many things that could potentially go wrong. And now you're throwing these deadly viruses at me. So, Tony, you should tell people there's a story right now. There's a ship. I think it's off the coast of Africa. Is that correct?
I think it's South Africa.
The virus is going through the ship. A couple of people have died, and now they won't let the people off the ship. They're like stuck out at sea. They're quarantining and all that. So, no, I'm not a cruise guy, dude. I'm happy here on land. How about you?
I got to be honest. Like, I'm anti, but I'm also very curious. Like, I'm very, very curious about the whole ship experience. I've never done it. And I think that's for a reason. But I am very curious because I have some friends that have gone and they rave about it. But they've also had the best possible experience. I guarantee you, if they had anything happen, they'd be like, F those cruise ships for life. Yeah. But I do hate the idea of not being able to, just like you said, just run free. If I need
what if you get sick of it? What if you're like, I got to get out of here, and you can't? You're stuck. Yeah,
like you're literally stuck aboard. And I also think cruise ships have gotten so obnoxious, and they're like these huge traveling cities now. They're so massive and they're so obnoxious. They have their own theme park, on the top, and their own like freaking.
They got movie theaters,
water slides. They got like a whole water park, a whole theme park. They got like 3 different music clubs. They got I mean, dude, there's the jazz club on the north end of the ship.
Again, I'll go to the jazz club on land. You know what I mean? I'll go on land. I'll park my car, go to the jazz. I'll go home after the gig. I'm not out at sea floating around,
Yes. And by the way, we have to interrupt this program for a super from Aaron Cass that is making me laugh out loud.
Okay.
Goes, whoa. No grandkids for me yet. My daughters are 14 and 12. Someone would be in some serious trouble.
I agree. Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead. Go.
I apologize, Aaron. It was the Nutter's grandkid, not Aaron Cask. I wholeheartedly apologize.
A little young, to be having kids. I agree with Aaron on this one. Thank you, Aaron Cask. It's been a while, dude. I need to hang with you again, bro. It's been a while.
Hey, Cask, by the way, Cask, when that does happen, when we're still doing the show 15 years from now, and that does happen, holler on the show. Send us a super with the information.
As Rod Brooks says, holler at your boy. You know what I mean?
Holler at your boy. So, Aaron, my sincere apologies, brother, and very funny super, dude. Thank you for the super, man.
All right.
So yeah, Paulie, we're anti-cruisers. I think
we're anti-cruise. We're land lovers. You know what I mean? If I go on a boat, I want to be back on land at the end of the day. That's all. I'm not built for that kind of thing. Creative Tony, you know what else I'm not built for?
What? Hold on. Stand by, Paulie. You know what you're not built for is me taking over the show for a super, which is we don't need no stinking badges. And he didn't say anything on the super. He just wants to give a super.
$4.99. That's all. Here's $4.99. Thank you, badges. I appreciate that. If you had a message, retype it because I don't know what the message was, but thank you, bro.
Badges rules, man. He's got the getup that he comes in.
The bullets. Yeah, give me back my bullets. Shout out to Leonard Skinner. All right, Tony. I want to talk about Dr. Matt Young. You love him. I love him. Hell, we all love him. I'm wondering, too, if Escobar Cheeks III has made his appointment yet. I think he has been in to see the legendary Dr. Matt Young. And if you haven't yet and you're considering it, no time like the present. Make that move. Get a jump on this whole thing, especially if you've neglected seeing the dentist for a while. Make the switch today. Or if you don't even have a dentist, pick up the phone. Call Dr. Matt Young, 415-392-8611, 415-392-8611. You will see why we are so fond of this guy. He is not only is he my dentist for over a decade, he's a friend of mine for over a decade, and he's a very, very likable guy. A bunch of you have met him at some of the PMP events, and I hope to get him back out with us again when we go to the Giants game in August, among some of the other events we're working on, because we are working on a few different things right now. And again, as soon as we have them shaped up, we'll share them with everybody and invite all you guys. But anyway, Dr. Matt Young is the general dentist you've been dreaming about. He's the guy that you've always wanted, and now we're bringing him right to your doorstep. Comprehensive dental care across the board, regardless of what you need done. He's going to be able to take care of it. Maybe it's just a routine cleaning. Maybe you have a cavity that needs to be filled, implants, veneers, orthodontics. He does emergency procedures as well. The entire staff at Dr. Matt Young's office, they're very friendly, they're very accommodating. And again, like I like to say, because to me, this is like one of the most important things. Not only is the work he does outstanding, like he really cleaned up my teeth. Like he made my teeth white again. My teeth were not white a few years ago. He cleaned them up beautifully. And he also specializes in implant surgery, implant restorations. If you are like in need of a procedure like that, Dr. Matt Young is pretty much the best guy in the entire country at that, as the president of the American Academy of Implant Dentistry. But I was going to say, for me, Tony, one of the most important things is that he just calmed me. He put me at ease, man. He was able to say, Paulie Mac, sit in the chair and just chill out. I got this. I freaking got this, man. Let me get you some headphones. Let's get you chilled out and let me do what I do best. And I can't say enough good things about him. Shoot him an email or reach out and pick up the phone and call him. It's up to you. But Dr. Matt Young will take your appointment. It's info@youngdentalsf.com. And Tony, you can speak to it. There he is. Look at him. Look at him, all handsome.
Well, let me go back to that photo. Hold on one sec. There
he
is. There's Dr. Young right there in the office. I wanted to show people the actual office in Union Square
with the views downtown too. You got the views. You're in the chair. Honest to God, like you can see like the city when you're in his chair. It's pretty cool.
It's a very cool building, and it's a great place to make a day of it in San Francisco. We've talked about this before. There's the staff. There's Dr. Young and the staff.
Nice.
It's just great people there. They're ready to welcome you with open arms and make sure that you actually enjoy going to the dentist. That is the bottom line with the Young Dental SF group, is that they make sure you enjoy going to the dentist, which sounds weird to say, but it's really the truth. So 415-392-8611, 415-392-8611 if you want to call them for an appointment, or you can email them info@youngdentalsf.com and they'll respond to you really quickly. But I recommend you go on a Saturday because they're open 6 days a week, 7 p.m. on weekdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Make a day of it. Go to the city, get Dr. Young and the staff, get that experience, and then go downtown or go to Union Square or go along the waterfront. You can't lose. So it's a great start to your day.
Thank you, Tony. And Folsom Steve was saying that he wishes he could come see Dr. Matt Young because he's not crazy about the dentist. I think he said his daughter is seeing out there. Dude, bring her into the city for a day, man. Come on in, take her to Dr. Matt Young. Because, Steve, I feel you, bro. And it's worth the effort to go to Dr. Matt Young. I promise you. I'm not just saying this to embellish it because he's a sponsor. I'm saying it because it's really true, and I mean it. Take her into the city. Take her to Dr. Matt Young. Just do it once. And if she's unhappy, fine. You go your own way. But I guarantee you guys would be thrilled. Oh, look at this. Look at the handsome family of a Dr. Matt Young.
Right. It's just the best. Yeah.
God bless him. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Matt Young. Hope to see you soon, my brother. And thank you for the partnership. Thank you for the support. Tony, here's what I think we're going to do. We're getting into the back end now. So yes. I want you to follow through on this tease. I don't know what you got, but you said I got two big things in bookmarks you have to show me. I'm all yours. Like, lay it on me. And then we got to do Tom Stack too, by the way, just FYI.
100%. But Paulie, I do want to talk about Logan Webb tonight real quick. Okay?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a very big start for Logan Webb because he's struggled at the start of this season. He's not the Logan Webb that we're used to. He's getting hit harder. He's I don't know. I feel like his pitches are all up. I've been watching his starts, with a lot of detail, and his ERA is 4.30. But in 44 innings, he's given up 45 hits, dude. So he's given up a hit an inning, but he also has given up 15 walks. So basically, we're looking at 60 people on base in 44 innings. So
you ever notice too that a lot of times he'll struggle in the first inning and then he'll settle down? Like that's been like a pattern with him too, is he's like he needs to get settled in a little quicker, I feel like this year, because a lot of times he has a bumpy first and then he's good. But anyway, I don't know. You think it's a big start for him, huh?
Yeah. Do you agree with that, or do you think no, it's just your average start? I just feel like I don't want him to start pressing and start. I don't know. I just feel like it's a big start. I mean, granted, the Padres are a damn good team, so it's going to be it's not an easy night on the bump. None of them are. But
do you think Logan Webb ever honestly, do you think he ever wonders what it would be like to be on a team like the Dodgers or the Yankees or even the Braves right now? The Braves are playing great baseball, where he knew that, hey, I don't have to carry the weight of the world on my back. Because I feel like Logan Webb probably feels like when he goes on the hill, this team doesn't score runs for me. So I have to be almost perfect every time I go out there. And I mean, if he was on a better team, it would probably be so much easier. He'd probably have 20 to 25 more wins in his career than he has had in San Francisco. Do you ever think that crosses his mind? Like,
I'm sure it does. But then I think that he probably, flips the script and says, I want to make that scene here.
Yeah.
Because he loves being a Giant and loves the Bay Area and was born and raised here. And I don't know. I just like that, I see people in the chat recognizing that his last start was a good start. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, will he build some momentum? Will we start to see a trend of him back-to-back consistent starts for a while here? Like, that's why I'm like, I really am curious about his start tonight and against a good lineup. Right?
I would kind of defer this to you. I mean, you're the guy with pitching experience. I mean, if you feel like this is a big start for him, I'll listen to you. You probably are onto something.
I do. And again, it's the Padres and it's in the division. The Giants are 3-1 against the Padres this year so far. So that's great. I love Logan Webb. I'm such a Logan Webb fan. And so I'm rooting for him. I just want his last outing, I think it was Dom or somebody put there 7 innings and 6 Ks. Overall, though, 45 hits and 15 walks. It's a lot of people on base in 44 innings. So,
well, I'm hoping for the best tonight too, and I would just like to see the Giants put a couple of good games back to back. I mean, it's been so rough. And speaking of, Tony, before we abandon this, I just want to share this with you guys. I don't know how many of the people in the audience read The Athletic every day or ever, but anyway, they had a report this morning. I just want to share with you guys before we wrap today. So The Athletic this morning. And I pick it up through the New York Times. Remember Canizaro was telling us like the Athletic is kind of now the sports department for the New York Times. Here it is. Tony, listen to this. This morning, Major League Baseball power rankings. A new number 1 is finally broken through and a never before seen bottom 2. Keep in mind what I just said about those bottom 2. Okay, so here's what they did. They took 30 MLB teams and they power ranked them. Okay, this is The Athletic. There was like 3 different writers working on this. That right now, according to The Athletic, the number 1 slot in Major League Baseball is going to the Atlanta Braves, according to these power rankings. They say nobody has more candidates for MVP as Atlanta does. Chris Sale, Bryce Elder, blah, blah, blah. Okay, they got the Yankees at 2. They got the Dodgers at 3. Tony, I'm going to keep scrolling down. I'll tell you when I get to the Giants. Let me keep scrolling. I'm scrolling. There's 11, the Cardinals. Look at this. There's 13, the Guardians. Good, great. There's dude, the freaking A's are at number 14. I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm going here. 17, 18, Arizona Diamondbacks. 19, Baltimore Orioles. Still scrolling. 24, the White Sox. Very nice. Number 25, the Phillies. Still scrolling. 27, Colorado Rockies. Oh, here we are. Dude. Right after the New York Mets. Tony, The Athletic, out of a possible 30, has the San Francisco Giants at number 30 in the You guys don't think I'm making this up. Right there, kids. Number effing 30.
So, behind the Rockies, dude.
Behind the Mets. Dude, they're behind the freaking Mets. So here's what I'm saying. I do think there's value in this, in just realizing this is how the Giants are being perceived. Like, we see them every day, but like these national voices and stuff, that's the perception of the San Francisco Giants. They say the only guy who played like an all-star in April was Landon Roop. He pitched 106 innings last year, blah, blah, blah.
What about Arise, dude? Come on. They're not giving Arise any love. F them.
Not in this, but Tony, how do you feel about power ranked 30 out of a possible 30? Kind of a slap in the face there.
I mean, that's tough stuff, man. It's tough stuff, but it is also,
it is tough stuff with the Mets. We're looking up at the Mets, Holmes.
Dude, looking up at the Mets. I mean, the record speaks for it. They're 14-21, and so sure, I guess as of right now, but you got to give
really try to spin this.
You got to give You got to give Arise some love to not mention Arise. Come on. And I'm biased, of course, because I freaking love his approach and I love him on the Giants. But Roop is definitely the all-star of the staff for sure. But Arise is the all-star of the offensive lineup for sure.
It's just a bummer that's how the Giants are being perceived nationally. And if the shoe fits, man, they've been playing horrible baseball. Like again, they've won one of their last 7 games. They're not playing good ball right now. But that was kind of a slap in the face. I was like, damn, really? 30 out of 30? Like, gosh, man.
It's brutal. It's just brutal. It's sad and it's maddening, and it's like it shouldn't be the case. I don't know what else to say, Paulie. It's just, but it's also, it should be a reality check for everybody. And it's like they're playing. Or that road trip, especially, they were playing like the worst team in baseball.
Yeah. No getting around it. Hey, listen, Giants, if you don't like it, change the freaking storyline. All you got to do is go out there and win a few ball games and shut people like me and Tony up by winning some games. All right, Tony, here's what we're going to do. Let me commandeer this as we are going to. Yeah, okay. Commandeer. We're talking commandeer. I want to do a Tom Stack spot. I want to come back from the Tom Stack spot, and I want you to give me these 2 bookmarks because you said, like, he teased me. He goes, hey, Paulie, I got something about the Stones. You know about the Stones thing? I'm like, no, what about the Stones? He goes, well, I'll tell you during bookmarks. I'll tell you during. So I want to get to that. I'm actually very eager. I know they have a new record coming out. I don't know if that's what it's about, but anyway, let's talk Tom Stack. Then we're going to do the bookmarks, and then we can go have some lunch. But Tom Stack, everybody, is one of our newest and greatest partners and friends. Truth be told, I've known Tom Stack for a very, very long time. So is Creative Tony. Creative Tony literally growing up under the shadow of a Tom Stack. Dare I say SI royalty?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it a little too strong? I don't know. SI royalty, I'll throw it out there. Sure, SI royalty. Listen, here's what we know about Tom Stack. We know that the ladies love Tom Stack. Yes. Every time I put a picture of Tom up there, the ladies like, oh, he's so handsome. He's so handsome. And if you see the pattern here, guys, Tony and I try to surround ourselves with very good-looking men. Hopefully it will make us appear a little bit more attractive in the process. Anyway, Tom Stack, listen, great guy, worked for the Grateful Dead for a very long time, introduced the line of merchandise, the Club Dead stuff. We like to talk about this because he learned a lot about business working for the Grateful Dead. As I said, the Club Dead thing was his. Very close friend of Bill Walton, by the way. I was sad to lose Bill, but I think Tom was hit really hard by that. But it just kind of tells you the kind of person he was, like super close with Bill Walton. He's also hosted and produced dozens and dozens of concerts out in the East Bay, especially in Lafayette, where he lives. He's done a lot of work at the Town Hall Theater. I've done gigs at the Town Hall Theater that Tom Stack has produced with, or promoted rather, with the Freestone Peaches. He is very involved. He MCs the stage at the Lafayette Art and Wine Festival every September. That's a huge event out in the East Bay, draws 75,000 people. Over the weekend annually. He also sponsors Taste of Lafayette. That's the annual spring restaurant crawl in Lafayette. And it's just a big, he's very involved in the community, but his gig now is with Coldwell Banker. He is a realtor and he is 20 years in the game trying to help people find the right houses at the right price in the right location. So reach out to Tom and talk about what your goals are in the market. 925-878-9964. I will say this, having gone through it myself, buying a house, it's pretty intense, but it really is all about having the right agent. If you have a guy like Tom, I think the entire experience, in fact, like when it's time for me to like sell this house, buy a new house, whatever, I'm going to talk to Tom. Like I want to have a friend on my side. I didn't know he was a realtor when I bought my house back in 2013. But I will definitely talk to Tom when it's time to move on from this place. So I want you to have that mindset. Like if you're talking at home with your significant other and you're like, you know what, we got to buy a place. We're going to have kids and we need more space, whatever. That means it's time to talk to Tom Stack. Let him give you that guidance and assistance that you need and that you deserve. Because Tom is here for you. He's going to treat you like a rock star. He's going to put you in the house that's best for you and your budget. And tell Tom what your goals are. Say, hey, Tom, I want to look at houses in Walnut Creek. Yo, Tom, I want to look at houses in Lafayette, whatever. That's his specialty, the East Bay. But if you're North Bay like Patty, because Patty's already worked with Tom, he can help connect you to a good agent like in other areas too. So don't get thrown if you're like, well, I live in the peninsula. I don't need to talk to Tom. Talk to him anyway. He can put you in touch with the agent that's going to take great care of you. So Tom Stack Realty, everybody, or Coldwell Banker Realty, I should say. Tom Stack is the broker you've been waiting for. Super cool guy. In fact, we'll have him on the show, Tony, I think in another week.
Yep.
After he sees the Springsteen show in Cleveland. That tour is still going. And he'll give us a review. So we'll have Tom on the show in about a week. But in the meantime, give him a shout. One more time, 925-878-9964. Or you can email Tom Stack, the very handsome Tom Stack, tom.stack@cbnorcal.com, Creative Tony.
Paulie, it's a testimonial Tuesday, so I'm going to get involved in a couple of testimonials because you just spelled it all out right there for everybody. But I do want to talk about Tom that specializes in the La Miranda area, Lafayette, Moraga, Orinda. But he also covers the entire greater East Bay, and he has contacts all over the greater Bay area. If you have questions about that, call Tom, 925-878-9964. But a couple of testimonials from outside the La Miranda area. This is from Jacob in Moraga. This is La Miranda, Jacob in Moraga. Tom was an excellent partner for my wife and I's purchase of our first home. He was extremely knowledgeable about the La Miranda area and the mechanics of putting in a winning offer. He worked with us to understand what to watch out for in the disclosures, and listen to what we were looking for in a home. He guided us step by step through the process, and even post-sale. We could not have done it without him. That's Jacob. This is Kelly in Walnut Creek. Kelly says, Tom is amazing to work with and gets the job done joyfully. That's great, by the way. Gets the job done joyfully. Makes the experience joyful. His thorough research, attention to detail during walkthroughs, knowledge of neighborhoods, and willingness and ability to educate me about the market made me feel confident and comfortable as a first-time buyer. And his jokes and stories kept me laughing along the way.
Yeah.
Thanks to Tom, I was able to find and purchase a beautiful townhouse that exceeded my dreams, but not my budget, in 2.5 weeks. And now her and her dog have a yard of their own and a house of their own. That's from Kelly in Walnut Creek. So
nice.
Get in touch with Tom if you're looking to buy or sell, or if you know anybody that is. Recommend Tom to your friends or family that are looking to buy or sell. It's Tom Stack, Coldwell Banker Realty. Give him a call, 925-878-9964, or email tom.stack@cbnorcal.com.
Thank you so much, Tom. You are the man, and I hope you have safe travels to Cleveland. I'm very jealous. I really want to see another Bruce show, too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off, but, dude, I will be living through you, Tom Stack. I wanted the blow-by-blow. Yes, Tony, what do you got?
We haven't been slapped in a while. That's all. And also, Patty from Napa is a super sticker. I've never seen Patty be a super sticker before. What's up,
Patty? Can do as she pleases. Patty's in charge of the whole operation. At the end of the day, you want to know who runs us? It's Patty from Napa. We're just here in service of Patty. So it doesn't matter. I don't see the sticker either, but it doesn't even matter because Patty's in charge.
Paulie, 100.
Yeah, 100. Keeping it 100. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then We Don't Need No Stinking Badges is back again. He says, My House Jazz Club in Palo Alto. That's the super. So thank you. Is there a gig? You have a gig coming up there?
Well, I think it was because you were saying there are jazz clubs out on the cruise ships. And, I was saying I'd rather see jazz on land. And I think that's connected to that. That's my guess. Thank you, Badges. Thank you, brother.
That boy, Badges, and always in good form. Thank you, Stinky Badges, for the super.
Yeah.
Paulie, we're going to get into bookmarks right now. And you know what? We haven't done this in a while, so stand by.
It's time.
Sure, go ahead, laugh if you want to.
For bookmarks.
Maybe that's how you get your kicks. You and your good time buddies.
PMP style.
Well, I got a flash for you, Joy Boy. Party time is over.
I was looking for Joy Boy. Oh, well. Stand by. Let me play the bed, though. Hang on.
By the way, Tony, I don't know if you realize what I was doing. My dance step here. This move right here. Yeah. Hey, T. So when I do this, that's the Vito from The Sopranos.
There we go. Okay, go ahead, P. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just saying, when you see me do this move right here, that Vito at the gay S&M club, when he was holding that guy he had like a collar on that dude, and he was holding him by the leash, and he was like dancing, like waving his hand. So I'm doing the Vito. When I do this, I'm doing the Vito. Yeah. Okay, Tony. So dazzle me. I don't know what you got coming, but I want to hear about this Stones thing. So what are we doing here?
Well, let's get into bookmarks, and I'll visually stimulate everybody here as we go into bookmarks. The first here, stand by. Isn't it such a great tune?
In my head, it's what they call ear candy. Yeah.
So, Paulie, there is the information about the Rolling Stones' new album, Foreign Tongues, coming out in July.
Okay. Oh, maybe on my birthday. What does it have a release date? My birthday is in July. So
I think it's July. I think it's July 14th. July 14th. Okay.
Close enough. Pretty close to my birthday. All right.
But the news is that the album features Charlie Watts before he passed. It features Paul McCartney. It features Robert Smith of The Cure. It features Steve Winwood. And it also features Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, all featured on the new album called Foreign Tongues by the Rolling Stones, coming out in July, dude.
I can't wait. I expect it's going to be another.
Oops, sorry. My bad.
I expect it's going to be another kick-ass album, and it's kind of continuing that thread they did last time, because on the last record they had Stevie Wonder playing piano on that on the ballad, and they also had Sweet Sounds of Heaven, and they had Lady Gaga singing on that too. So I like this. They have they're bringing this generation along for some great Rolling Stone stuff. So Chad Smith, he's a monster on drums.
Yeah.
And who are the other names again, T?
Steve Winwood, Robert Smith, Charlie Watts, and Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney, who's he? I don't know anything about that guy. What's he done?
Yeah. But I will say if you have not heard their last album, Hackney Diamonds, please check it out.
It's the best thing they've done in 30 years. I mean, hands down. Yes. It really is.
Yes, it is a fantastic album. It really is. I'm not overhyping it.
No. And the thing with the Stones is I've gotten used to this with them over in the 2000s. They release a new record and it's all right, there's 4 or 5 good tunes on there, and then the rest of them I don't really need to listen to. This Hackney Diamonds came out, and I was listening to it, and each song I was like, damn, that's like a classic Stones tune. And Tony's right. They crushed it on the last record. Check it out. And I expect this one to be great too.
Me too. And that song, Sweet Sounds of Heaven, is beautiful. It is it's Mick Jagger and Lady Gaga, and it's a gorgeous. It's the last track on the album, I think, right?
It is, and I got to tell you, they that song was so powerful that they actually encored that, at Levi Stadium. They moved that to the encores, which is to have a brand new song as an encore. That's rare, but it tells you how powerful it was. It was a really, really effective song live. So awesome.
I'm gonna play this little snippet. We might get popped for it on YouTube, but I'm gonna play it. This has a little snippet.
I haven't heard a single note. So lay it on me.
Okay, so this is a song called "In the Stars," and this is 20 seconds of the song called "In the Stars." So stand by.
Let's go.
There you go.
Christ, I don't know how Mick Jagger is doing it at this point. I really don't. His vocals are they're ridiculous at the being in his 80s. Dude, the guy's in his effing 80s and he's peeling off those vocals. Go ahead, Mick. Do your thing, Jack. Who the hell is that?
Okay, so next in bookmarks. Next in bookmarks, this person, I'm gonna let it play.
Who is this muscle-bound, ripped guitar player I'm looking at right here?
Dude.
Nice.
Dude, 76-year-old Rick Springfield right there.
To me, that's inspiring. That really is. That just you know what that tells me right there? It tells me that when you get into your 60s and you get into your 70s and be you don't have to give up. That I love seeing stuff like this. I love it. So he's in his 70s. Guy looks amazing.
76, dude. He looks like he's freaking 30.
God bless him. By the way, a couple of quick notes. Shout out to the red Chuck Taylors on his feet.
Yes.
Shout out to Tony.
Yeah.
What looks like rose petals on the stage.
Yeah.
People maybe throwing rose petals on. And maybe the most important nugget of all, Tony, and this is a fact. I've seen him live.
Nice,
Okay,
dude,
I've seen him. I saw him in Vegas years ago. True story. Yeah.
Was he opening for somebody or was it his own show?
It was like a Rick Spring. It was like a night with Rick Springfield or whatever, and it was really good. Like I enjoyed it. He jumped out in the crowd. He was singing to the women and stuff.
Nice.
I'll tell you another thing. Ladies love Tom Stack. Ladies also love Rick Springfield, dude. They were swooning over this guy, and now I see why, dude. The guy looks amazing.
P1 Chuck, by the way, says he saw Rick Springfield 2 weeks ago in Charleston, South Carolina. So,
and I bet he crushed it. Right,
yeah.
Chuck? I bet he crushed it. I mean, look at the guy. He looks like he's freaking 35 years old.
I mean, this is a little snippet. Here we go.
Sounds amazing. I gotta tell you the truth.
Amazing.
I think he might be the best shirtless looking 76-year-old guy I've ever seen.
Ever.
I don't know that I've ever seen a 76-year-old male physique look better than that.
Like, how old is Iggy Pop, Paulie?
He's right around there. Yeah, he's close.
But have you seen the shirtless shots of Iggy Pop? I mean,
yes.
Well, you know what? For comparison's sake, we might as well.
But one thing I got to say about Iggy, he just doesn't care. He's
right.
And I kind of admire that. Like, he just doesn't care. But no, his physique is not like that. Really, Iggy Pop is half lizard at this point. Like he is. He's kind of a reptile.
Here we go, dude. And this is no disrespect.
None taken. None taken.
The guy's a freaking force, but there's,
Yeah. God bless Iggy Pop. And by the way, do yourself a favor. If you don't have the album by the Stooges called Funhouse, go get it today. And you can thank me tomorrow. Gravy, dude. Gravy checking in. Bill Ward needs to work out with Rick. 100% Gravy. That's high level riffing right there. High level. Hey, Stevie B's in the house. I haven't seen Stevie B. He's a super. Give him some love. What's he saying?
Then also look at Noemi. Oh Lord, she says. Stevie B says, love Iggy, but he looks like a
Yeah. Well, the thing with Iggy Pop is he's been going on stage shirtless like his entire career. So the fact that he's still doing it, I respect it. But and I also respect that he just doesn't care. He's like, look, this is what it is. This is what it is.
So Paulie, like they're both inspiring me because Springfield's inspiring me to continue to work out and take care of myself, and Iggy Pop is inspiring me to not give an S about anything and anybody. So
you're better off if you can live in that space where you just don't care what people are saying. Hey, Vitello, take notes on this, dude. Live in a space where you don't care what people are saying. You're always going to be better. I don't pay attention to what anybody says. Once again, let me quote David Lee Roth. Let me quote Dave on this one. He goes, this is one of the many quotes of Dave I've memorized over the years. He was like, he goes, I do. He said something like, I take what I do very seriously, but I don't take seriously about what other people say about what I do. And I'm like, I like that. Takes what he does seriously, doesn't take what other people say about what he does seriously. I like that. All right.
Also, I would like to have Vitello maybe how about he grows the beard out? Wouldn't you like to see Vitello with like a big bushy beard?
Sure. He's a little too pretty. He's very perfectly cropped. Like every hair is like in perfect place. A little too pretty, Tony.
Yes, 100%. 100%. And by the way, Patty's a super, and she says, well, we can play it later. She says, Rick is a very cool dude. Yeah. I just texted a pic. I have a few. He's playing at the Uptown in Napa. Look at this. Here, I'll try and see if I put this on the screen. There is Patty with Rick Springfield.
I'll tell you the truth. If I'm Mikey right now, I'm getting a little jealous. They look a little too comfy together right there. And that's a great picture. Patty, you look awesome right there. And Rick Springfield looks pretty awesome too. Yeah.
So does Rick. Yeah, Rick looks good there.
Making out with Rick Springfield. You take me backstage, I'll make out with him for Christ's sake. All right, Creative Tony, great job today. Thank you.
Not done. Sorry, Paulie. Not done. Okay. I apologize, but actually I don't apologize. I'm just not done.
I don't know what you got. What are we doing?
Last one, and this is just to raise your blood pressure, okay? Just to basically get you going and get me going. And
I have no idea where it is. I don't know where we're going with this. What?
Big Dom, Fat Dom, Big Dom. God. The Eagles have agreed to a contract.
Everything was going so well.
Hold on.
I got to look at this pile of S now,
dude. They've agreed to a contract extension with Dom, whose official titles are senior advisor to the GM.
What?
chief security officer.
Senior advisor to the this tub of goo is oh my God. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, senior advisor to the GM, chief security officer, and game day coaching operations.
What?
So,
I don't know. Well, that just seals Philly's fate. They're going to be in. I mean, I'll let you comment on this. I have no words. I really don't. I prefer, dude. This is the guy that wanted to take on Dre Greenlaw, by the way. This fat tub of S wanted to take on Dre Greenlaw. That wouldn't have worked out for you, Fat Dom. I'll just tell you that right now.
Hey, Paulie, listen to the comment from Waffle Stomp on this post. There's a comment from a dude named or person named Waffle Stomps that says, I can't think of something I care less about than a 400-pound security guard with diabetes, coronary artery disease, and main character syndrome.
Well said, Waffle Stomp. I echo every freaking word of that, man. Rags is saying nice rack on Fat Dom. Yeah. What is he, a C cup, D cup? I don't even know. What's the big one? D? Yeah, he must be a D cup. Nice rack on Fat Dom. Yeah, there it is. Aaron Kask is picking up the same thing. Give him the last super of the day. Give it to Aaron Kask. It's a good one.
I have one word. Manzier. Yes, dude. Or the bro.
Or the bro. Yeah.
Or the bro. Yes, Kask, you're on point.
Tell you the truth, I always felt like I could use some support in that area. Yeah.
Dude, how about the dance that Frank Costanza and Kramer are doing?
Like they're listening to like salsa music or something. Yeah. Like they're playing pool, hugging each other. Yeah, with their bras on. It's insane.
Oh, it's incredible, dude. So, anyways, I just wanted to get your blood pressure boiling at the end of the show with a little Big Dom, a little hit from Big Dom.
I appreciate. Hey, Fat Dom, if you're listening, go blank yourself, and we'll see you next year. What?
Oh, I stand by. I'm not done. This is not bookmarks, but because we mentioned it, we have to just go to it. And again, if we get popped, we get popped. I don't care. So here we go. Ready? Let me just fast forward it. So they're going inside. They're talking about the bro.
Now look at this. Mind you, this is just a prototype. You want me to wear a bra? No. A bra is for ladies. Meet the bro.
Right here.
Oh, God.
Dude. Just their faces right there are spectacular. Did you see Frank just with no expression on his face? Like the problem. Yeah. The two of them. Oh, good way to wrap it up today. All right, listen.
So good.
Right. Noemi, Red Jet Shell, Patty from Napa, Robot Centaur, Stevie B, Rags in Jersey, Losty, Patty again, Losty again. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Hey, tomorrow night we come back. It's a night flight, and again, like I said, Tony and I are going to deliver our show sub segment. That's going to be interesting. I got to go through my stuff and pick some good ones. I don't know where I'm going to go with that yet, but we will be back. Go Giants, go OKC for some of us. Noemi's a Laker fan, so do your thing, Noemi, out there. We'll be watching, and hopefully Logan Webb can put it together tonight and get a nice start for us. Creative Tony, that's it. I'm out of gas. I'm out of words. I'm going to let you kind of take us home, kid.
Yes, and one more time, thank you for all of our partners today, Dr. Matt Young and the Young Dental SF Group, Tom Stack and Tom Stack Real Estate, and also to Carlos De La Fuente and Flex Funding. Thank you all for supporting the show.
And like and subscribe. How about that?
Yeah. And like and subscribe and comment while you're there. Stand by, Paulie.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Thank you, Creative Tony.
Go for it. I said, there we go, Pete. Go for it.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Okay, well, thank you, Tony. Thank you, everybody in the PNP Army, the PNP Familia. We freaking love you guys. Have a great Tuesday. And we're back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for the night flight. Everybody be cool. And I will say cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all. Happy Cinco de Mayo.